Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and we are here in S2-78. This KVK group is comprised of 281 through 284, and we have RFF and RFFI going up against 81KG and 81KW. Now, the overall matchup is very much a Northwest versus Southwest or West versus East lineup, where we have RFF, RFFI, 83 GE, BDSR, and 84 RF versus Kingdom 281. So it appears to be kind of a 3 Kingdom versus 1 scenario that we have going on right now, where we have 81 KG, KW, KH, and KD, which are to the east. So if we zoom out, you could see here we have the 83, so this is it, right? So you have 81 KG, 81 KW, 81 KD, and not FSK, 81 KH, and then, which was so weird there. And then we get over, we have 83 GE, RF, RFFI, BDSR, and 84 RF. So it's basically a 5v4, right? These alliances are still moving over, kind of fighting some top battles here between these here on the second level. And then on this second level on the front side, while you're still waiting for RFFI to flag over, and then for the other, I think that's KW there in blue, to come over as well. And you can see here that it's pretty much utter mayhem, right? It's KG, KW. You got RFF down here on the low end. Geez, they got a minute 43 to get that bottom flag up. That could be massive by just stalling out some of that time. 81 KG has 47 minutes left on this flag. Looks like they're trying to get this flag placement now from KG, but not really able to do a lot there. Wow. RFFF, man, they're just hitting from everywhere right now. I mean, kind of smart trying to build the flag up north. You can even just kind of see the lay of the land here, right, where they're applying pressure with a southern flag to try and fill and stop some area by basically safe planting this or trying to safe place this on the ground level, so that way the territory will extend to the second level. Now, this is an interesting thing because I wonder if they may ever consider in the future limiting where territory extends to based on the level or the sea level that the flag is built on. Example is that if you build a flag on the ground level, the territory will only extend to the ground level and it will not go to the second level. If you build it on the second level, it won't go to the ground level or to the third level, and vice versa. Because you have these level elevation differences, but you're not applying that same logic to how flag territory coverage applies to the different levels, right? It's as though you have the different levels for movement, for where you can go and not go. But the flags themselves and the territories are basically overriding that, superseding that game logic. So it is interesting, right, in that regard, when you think about how one piece of material and resource interacts with another, where one is logical and the other one kind of appears to be illogical. Regardless, this is the fight that we're at right now. Now, I should point out they've been open for about 18 hours so far. So it's still within the first day that we're here on the fighting in Zone 4, right? And we're only just starting now to get flag connections. You can see this is, I think, the first, if not one of the first flag connections after this flag got built down there. And now you're trying to get this other flag going down as well from 81 KG. And I think KW is the one over here in blue. Yeah, so they're probably still trying to build. I don't know if they have this flag up. Oh, they do. Nice. So they got the flag up. But now this is going to be challenging on where they can really build to because of the fact that KG is kind of blocking both sides at this point. This is one of those things where flag planning, incredibly important here, right? It would have been better overall for them to try and build closer, right? So this way they flag here, or sorry, here, let's go blue, make this easier. So blue flags here, and then they should be able to flag here, right? Which means pink really, in retrospect, should have flagged here, right? Closer, so that way you leave space open for blue to throw a flag down. And then blue could have thrown, or hang on here, sorry. Let's erase that, and then we'll go back here, blue, right, and then they're so basically what blue's doing is they're flagging on the edges, right? That's their whole thing. And then pink flags on the inside, right? So this is kind of how you would do it when you're flagging along a ravine like this to try and make it work out. Now, maybe you can get away doing a low level placing, possibly. You'd have to obviously, kind of jerry-rig that and play with it a bit. But that's how ideally you want to go about doing it, so you can make sure that you get everyone in there. You don't want to kind of be landlocked in that sense. But man, are they just straight up going at it right now. This is absolutely nuts. RFF and RFFI do not give two freaking nutter butters, and they are just balls to the walls diving in here on some 81 kg territory and just saying, hi, can I set up my Christmas lights here, 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 there, and how about over there? Whew. Intense stuff. Now, again, let's look at some numbers real quick, right? So let's look at what... Oh, hang on, I'm observing right now. That's the challenge. Oh, yeah, it's because it's a Season 2 kingdom. Oh, I should have been observing this on my other one. Where's my... oh, hang on. We'll leave this up. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to load this up on this screen. And then what we can do is I can move over my scout that we're looking at now, which, again, I should have had to be my main because I probably thought about this a little bit more. But we'll do it this way, and then I'll load that up, and then we should be able, at that point, to be able... Man, dude, they've pushed them back far right now. And I should say, I attempted to record a little bit earlier where 81 kg and KW were putting up more of a fight near that ramp going up to the 3rd level, but ended up having something come up, so I had to stop. But here, that's what we're going to do. Let me switch it so we can give you guys some numbers here. So I think that's 78, right? Yeah. Cool. So this is what we'll do. Let me move this. And then I'm going to skadoosh this probably right there, if that's good. And we'll do it like this, right? Let's move this down. Yeah, here we go. And then we'll do this. But I do want to go and look at this one for 78. And where did I say 281 is where we're at. So we'll go to 281. I'm going to load that up. Let's go ahead and jam out some sound here. Cool. So I think we're good now on positioning. Let me, can I go up a little more? Oh, nice, I can. Okay, cool. It's looking a lot better. But yeah, man, this has been, so I'm loading this up. So I'm loading 281 up on my other mod. I'm going to bring this over in a sec so we can look at some data. Right, so let me bring this over. We'll do it this way. How high can I go? Okay, that's fine. So I just want to show you guys some numbers real quick, right? So remember, it's the 481 kingdoms. So we have 4.6, 2.6. So right now it's number 2, number 4, number 5, and number 9. So it's basically 4 out of the top 9 at 2, 4, 5, and then they have 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. Now, power-wise, we're looking at what? 4.6, which we'll simple round here. So 4.6, 6.6, 7.2, 9.2, 9.8. We can maybe go up to 9.9. And then 10.9, 11.5. So 11.5 bill on one side. And then we'll do versus how much is on the other side. So we'll do 4.8, 6.8, 7.6, 9.6, 10.2, 10.2, 12.1, 12.14. So verse 14. Okay, we'll say. And again, it's just kind of rounding. So there's basically a 2.5 bill difference right now, alliance-wise. Oh, hang on. I didn't even show you guys like merits. Merits probably isn't that heavy, but let's look at some tops. So top 2 places, 81 kg. How many T5s are here? We'll use 50 mils or threshold. So you got 32 T5s. And again, it's at least unlocking 1 with some troops. But 81, so we got the 81 group. Oh, decent. Wow. So basically them and RF, huh? You can kind of see going back. Some KW there as well. But wow. So mostly KG, KW, and then RFF, where we're seeing kind of the majority of the T5s. Personal merits, Omni for 81 kg, 15 mil merits already. RFF 12.9, almost 13. Kind of a split 2-2 there. Same thing, split there. Oh, wow, a bunch of 81 kg then going in there. Wow, that kind of rounds out a little bit more in their favor. What was it, like 8-4 or 7-5 or something in KG's favor for top 12. Splitting here, splitting there, splitting again, splitting up to 22. Wow, splitting to 24. I mean, that's not bad, man. I mean, that's a pretty decent split going in. Let's look at merits. So RFF 356, almost 357,000 merits so far. 81 kg 284. It's not bad. BDSR 185. I guess it's pretty close there. Then we have RFFI 83. Yeah, so I mean, I guess a little bit more in the larger powers' favor. But we'll go back now and just watch. Always nice to, look at some stats and just kind of see how that's playing out. Sometimes it just allows for us to tell a little bit more of a picture/story, as it were. I'm curious what's going on some of the other fronts, though. Let's see. Oh, are they still fighting? Are they still battling this out? Interesting. So this is 81 KD. Oh, wow. Are they going to come flank RFF and try and give some assistance? Because remember, it's KG and KW down there. So KD and KH are now coming to maybe, help? This is not bad, man. They should push in here. This is really good. They could maybe come and snip these builders. Oh, my God. Are they going to commit? They better commit, man. They have numbers. I mean, obviously, they probably need to get a little bit more, but this is not awful here by any means. They got more people coming up too as well. Putting some pressure there. I mean, whatever just happened, they just had a ball. Right? And now they're trying to push up, and I think, so they're forming, got a little staging area going on here. Okay. Let's see. Dude, they're going for it. Oh my gosh.
Mom is asleep.
She's asleep upstairs? She want to sleep upstairs? Where is she? She's on the couch? Okay.
She's on this couch on the side.
Okay.
She's on the right.
All right, man. Here we go, dude. A small little skirmish moment of truth, man. This is what we're talking about. Oh, let's get down. Get down, sweetie. Mia, get down, please. And be quiet. Mommy's sleeping. Thank you. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. I mean, numbers are looking a little closer-ish now. RFF responding decently. Now sending some reinforcements. So this is the thing, man. KD and KH have good numbers coming in. Could have potentially wait. I don't know if I want to say wait, right? I think this is where you focus on the PvP. Don't worry about the builders. Just kill the units. And then get in where you can. So, oh, wow, look at this. So now they're getting, now they're actually having a lot more people come up to defend. So in this situation now, I would go ahead and retreat. I'd fall back, form your staging area, don't take unnecessary losses. This is where you pay attention to see what's happening and where they're coming from. In the beginning, it was looking good. And I don't know if I would have extended this far up front. I just would have poked with this force, right? I really wouldn't have committed. Again, bear in mind, once you started seeing the numbers that they were bringing up for reinforcements, because again, this is a really good response from RFF and RFFI. They actually responded this pretty quickly, which is a very nice heads-up play. But now you need to start having everyone retreat. I would have already been doing it earlier. And then again, at that point, retreat to a staging area. So then you say, okay, look, we'll stage here. Because the thing is, you don't want to get sandwiched, right? That's the big thing. If you don't have enough troops to fight going up the ramp, then you make sure that you win enough here, and then you go, right? Or you apply a little bit of pressure, which forces RFF and RFFI just to send troops up here, and then you're already still helping alleviating work for KG and KW, right? It's still not a bad play. But yeah, that's the thing where you need to have, like, again, if you, in the beginning it was looking good, but you got to be paying attention all the way around, right? So let's see what's going on back here now. So KG, KW, again, still on that outskirts. Just, and I mean, this is the right play, honestly. If the bear's just going to sit there, then go. But this is the problem, though, is that if your bear is going to tank, this to me is a missed opportunity from RFF and RFFI where you should be. Oh, did they rally and get behind or something? Was that what just happened over here? I can't tell. But, oh no, they're not, because they're in their territory. They just came out. But yeah, in this case, you should be attacking them. And by them, I mean RFF, RFFI attacking 81 KG and KW when you're on the outskirts. If your bear's doing all that tanking, you should be hitting their units one by one. Otherwise, fall the bear back and then allow the bear to go back in, right? Don't lose the bear unnecessarily. Because at that point, man, you're just burning through behemoths, just to burn through them, right? Use them tactically. I mean, yeah. That would have been, I mean, again, for me, I think just better overall to see that play out. Okay, so it looks like now 81 KG, KW making a little push here. Some decent spread. Okay, balling up a little bit here for RFF and RFFI. I think in KG, KW situation, it actually would be better to fight over here so they're away from the cliff, just so they're not taking any unnecessary damage from anyone there on the upper level. Ooh, wow, I wonder why they moved out. I wonder why that player left. Unless they're trying to make room for someone else to come in. That could have been the thing. But if that's the case, man, you want to time that out. If you're going to leave, you need to have someone that's already set up. And also, you don't want to leave when there's units around. You want to leave when there's a little bit more of a space, right? Like, you kind of almost want to give yourself a 3 to 5 second window. Now, maybe they may not be sitting there and just leave a march there blocking that spot. And that's obviously very possible, too, as well, because that takes a lot of being in the moment and recognizing, hey, I'm going to leave this here, or you say, hey, guys, put a marker here so we can stop someone from coming in. So RFF throwing down the second behemoth now, at least I should say second that we've seen so far. And again, I think this is still the right play there from KGKW, right? It's just get on the perimeter, go ahead and slash away if they're not going to be applying any pressure. And yeah. I wonder what's happening here with RFF, RFFI. Did they continue pushing? Oh, they did. Look at that. They kept pushing, and here's 81. Jeez, man, they're going all the way. And see, this is where if you're 81 KD, KH, you tell everyone, look, let's start forming our next staging area here. This would have been a great place to go ahead and set that up. And then that way, you can either counter push, because now they're overextending, or if you need to fall back more, then you fall back more. All right, then maybe you fall back to the bottom of the ramp or just in front of the flag. But a little bit of a missed opportunity here. And this is why I talk about, needing, I shouldn't say needing, but those that have a current sense for wartime tactics and strategy versus those that are still developing. And I think this is one of those cases where, it appears to be kind of we're in the still developing phase of, addressing that and looking at that situation. And again, this is where, playing a lot of different types of strategy games, watching like war movies, or even like anime. Like, it's funny, one of the things I refer to is this show called Kingdom. I think I mentioned this in the BDO MILF fight that was going on, and you can learn a lot from that kind of stuff. And again, even if you just have if you like strategy games, if you read up on tactics, excuse me, I mean, honestly, even Like, I can't tell you how enjoyable it was for me just to simply watch, like, professional StarCraft being played, professional, like, Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, Warcraft, etc., you name it, and being kind of an RTS enjoyer, traditional RTS enjoyer myself. You know, you can learn a lot from not only playing, but watching, and, you know, kind of just understanding the landscape. And this isn't, you know, I would say a complicated approach. I would say this is pretty straightforward. But now you have some of these guys that are AFK, and oh boy, I see it happening already. About to get run through. Poor Cooney. Poor Afonso. We will take your sacrifice and make sure that you are never forgotten. Oh boy, that's rough. That's roughly rough. And see, this is the thing I don't like. You see how they're taking counterattack damage from hitting these units that are clearly AFK? That's the thing that gets me. That's something I'm not a fan of. I'm never going to be a fan of. My view is quite simple. You're either on and active or you're not. Right? You should not be AFK in a war zone. Again, you know, despite the extremes, right, where you lost connection or an emergency happened and you had to leave. Understandable. But if you are able to play and you're there and present, there's no excuse for that. And to me, that's where it needs to be changed, right? Where, see, I'm somewhat okay, and this is where it gets a little gray for me. Like, on one stance, I can take an easy, hard stance and just say, I'd love for them to remove counterattack damage completely and make it to where if you're attacking someone, you're doing damage to them, but if they're not targeting you back, then you're not taking any damage from the unit you're attacking. Basically, each unit has to click itself to activate it, right? Like, to click it and then move it, and then you have to click it and move it to go and attack someone. It's that simple, right? And to me, I'm always going to feel that is, to me so far, that's the best way that I can see it. Now, you can make an argument for if your unit's AFK and you're not there and you haven't clicked on it to move it, then you take free damage, right? You take damage with no counterattack. However, if your unit is moving and you're moving it around and then someone attacks your unit, then they can deal counterattack damage for those that do. That's the other side of it, right? But my view is, like, if your unit's just standing there and it's AFK, without a doubt, you should not be able to apply any kind of counterattack damage. It should be ineligible or deactivated at that point because you're just standing there. And players should be able to hit you basically for free without taking any kind of response damage. But again, like I said, my view is just a little bit more progressive in that sense because, again, when you play traditional RTS games, you're not dealing counterattack damage. And I say this for the most part. Like, when I watch StarCraft, when I play Command and Conquer Age of Empires, I'm not seeing units dealing counterattack damage, right? No, you're getting attacked. You're taking all that damage until you activate your unit and you click it to go and attack another unit. And that's just how it is. So, you know, it's... I mean, I can understand why a handicap exists in this type of a sense. But overall, I just think it's a lot more detrimental. I just think it hurts the game from a skill cap. If we're talking like where's the true skill gap of the game, I just think that it hurts the true skill of the game a lot more than the developers may think that it helps. Because you have to think about it like this. If you're a bunch of T4 players and you want to be able to go up and just massacre some T5s that are not focusing you, or worse, they're AFK, and you just want to be able to attack them for free, essentially, right at that point, where you're damaging them and they're not doing anything to you because they're either not paying attention, they're either AFK or they're attacking someone else. Why not? You know? So, like, to me, again, that's just where I think if they were to do something like that in the future, I think it would take the game's competitive skill to the next level from where it currently is, right? That forces people to, again, not almost kind of be saved by the system to an extent, if that makes sense. Where we're at. Okay, so slowing down, I guess, a little bit here. I mean, it looks like right now we have RFF and RFFI that are putting some pressure here on KG and KW. It does look like it's kind of going in their direction, at least thus far. I think at 34, less than 35 minutes there to destroy that flag. The northern side also looks like, again, it is applying some more pressure there on the other 81 alliances, right? In this case being KH and KD. Obviously, we'll see how that plays out. But, man, this has been fun. Again, you guys know, man, I am a purveyor of PvP. I love watching some good old-fashioned PvP, especially in CoD, because I just think the ceiling is so much higher in CoD than it is in any other kingdom builder on the market thus far. And we're also going to be doing videos like that within the kingdom builder genre to kind of show you some of that as well. So I think this is where I'm going to end it. As it did, like I said, it does look like the PvP is slowing down a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, if you're from S2-78, let us know in the comments how things are going. Have you been enjoying the PvP here within the first 24 hours that it appears to be? And yeah, happy I was able to come out and show you guys some love. So with that in mind, that is going to do it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.